replays are like stored in a server or something?
Yeah, because yes, and you can watch actual live matches and you can watch your own saved matches. So yeah, it's really cool. In fact, why don't, since we're talking about it, let me just show you. Let's see. Awesome. No. Yes. Excellent. Seriously, come on. Turn. Hold on. I keep having to turn off the tutorial. Yeah. All right. Cross your fingers. Maybe that will work. All right. So we come down to the PvP menu. You can get to this either in town at the PvP station or you can pull it up there. This is the standard part. This is what people have seen before. You can choose your match and go in. You can go in as a group, obviously. And whatever tier you are wearing, that's the tier you go in, right? So right now I'm wearing a tier 1 frame. I'm going to be, that would cue me for a tier 1 match. And when I arrive in the match, I won't see my tier 2 frames because I can't use them. If I queue as a tier 2 frame, I will still see my tier 1s. So if maybe there is, you can downgrade, but you can't play up. Does that make sense? You know, we don't want to say if there's a sniper on the roof and none of us has a sniper to stop him, that's bad, right? So you know, we want you to switch to your recon if you have to. You don't want to. You're not going to want to generally play your tier 1 much in a tier 2 game, but you can. But this down here is the exciting part. This is where we can watch matches and watch replays. So it's going to look a little bit like this. You're going to choose what type of match you want to see. It's loading up to see what matches it has available right now. So we can watch a Harvester, we can watch Sabotage, we can watch Team Deathmatch. Let's do Team Deathmatch. It looks like there's 3 games that are live right now and 7 that have been recorded. Let's just jump into one of the live matches because I think it's kind of fun to think of the fact that this is happening right now. So this is taking place. This is our newest PvP match, newest map for Team Deathmatch. It's called Shantytown, and I'm going to take control of the camera here. You can see that it's lots of twisty passageways. Now you can use the number keys to switch from players to player.
Well, transitions really.
Yeah. So the number keys 1 through 5 is blue team, 6 through 10 is the red team. There's also a number of fixed position cameras around the map that you can watch. In fact, that's a pretty good location. In fact, but I'm also going to just pause for a moment and take control of the camera. Now this is all really easy to use. I literally did not use, I never touched this before yesterday morning. So everything I've learned and everything I've shown you is in 24 hours. I've learned how to do all this. Really easy to use. Oh, this is actually pretty much a stomping that's going on right now, 10-0. So you see the scoreboard here at the top. You got all the names over here. Whoever it is that we're following, and we're following Yari right now. So let's click on Yari. We're going to get his info. It's going to be constantly updated. His health, his ammo, his abilities, whether they're on cooldown. Both of his abilities are ready to go. Let's take a look at some of these other guys. They're both ready to go. There you go. This one still has 9 seconds left before the cooldown is up. So, you know, as a player watching this video, you're getting a lot of the information you need. And again, for esports, that's critical. So you know what that person's capable of right then. But it's not just pausing. We also have slow motion. Right? So you can watch all these things happening. And then back to full speed.
Don't you think live it could be a problem for esports?
No, because we actually have a built-in 5-second delay.
Okay, that's what I was wondering about.
Yep. So back to slow motion because I think it's fun to watch. A really great feature with this is you can set up, if you have a clan of players and you want to set up a scrimmage, a practice match. So this is here's your first look at the tech tree. So I was telling you before, you're going to be able to go down through the tech tree. So rather than, you get one thing when you level up, now, as you're gaining XP, you're going to be able to grab these upgrades, basically whenever you want, and it's little upgrades more frequently rather than one big upgrade every 15 hours, which is what we had before. And it wasn't nearly as much fun. And frankly, it's really fun to just see that next upgrade that you're going to be able to get really quickly. So I'm going to zoom out here a little bit so you can sort of see the whole tree. This is a tier 1 tree. It's still pretty simple. You can see on my assault frame here, I've gone really strong down the mobility side. I've got a lot of mobility on this battle frame now. This middle section here is sort of general upgrades for the assault. You know, better armor plating. Improvements to his plasma cannon, that sort of thing. Things you're always going to want. And then up top here is a lot of that damage stuff that I was talking about.
Can you change this when you want? Change the skill? Yeah, reset the skill.
So can we reset it as a developer, or you mean you as a player?
As players, can you change?
You don't need to, because you can go back and unlock anything you want at any time. Oh. This is going to give you the ability to use that module. Right? It's not a replace X with Y.
Okay.
When you unlock this now, you can use shotguns for this battle frame. I have a plasma cannon unlock here, and let's see. Let me show you something where I've got two. All right, I'm going to grab this now.
What do you need to unlock it?
XP. You use XP to unlock to get a certificate to use that item. So I now have I've got Omnidyne Afterburner. And I've got a cord afterburner.
But I mean, you have to choose what to unlock.
Yes.
So you can change that decision.
Well, no. Once you spend the XP is gone. But you can earn more XP and then unlock the other one instead.
Right.
And then you have both. Right. And you can unlock the whole tree. It just takes more XP.
So eventually you will get to unlock everything.
You can, yes, absolutely. You can just stay in this one tier if you want. You never have to go to tier 2. If you like tier 1, play tier 1 forever. That's great. Makes us happy, makes you happy. This is awesome. Now, in tier 2, you're going to have more abilities to choose from. You have another ability slot. You're going to have more weight to equip all of your gear with. Okay, so let me show you that just real quick here. So you come over here to this battle frame garage, and this is an all-new version. We used to have that really ugly garage. Now we've got a really beautiful garage. We kept telling people that we knew that our garage was ugly, but we knew that this is what we wanted to do. So this is a full 3D environment. Your character is being shown in 3D, and then you just click on what you want to change. So if we want to change out our abilities, so here's that Astrek Afterburner. There's also an Omnidyne Afterburner and an Accord Afterburner. The Accord is the baseline, that's the one you start with, right? But you can get components made by the different manufacturers. They give you different bonuses, right? So the Omnidyne Afterburner has much faster recharge, but it has slower velocity. So maybe I really like that velocity on the Astrek Afterburner, or maybe I just like to be able to use it more often. So these are the sort of choices we want the players to make. What kind, how do you want to use Afterburner? But the other thing that's important is down here, because every module, every component of your battle frame has a certain amount of weight, it uses a certain amount of power, and it uses a certain amount of computing power as well. So you've got weight, power, and CPU. So every component has a certain amount of cost. Up here you can see how much you're currently using of all of these. There's a bit of a UI bug. There should be a decimal point before the last digit. This is not actually 8,000 kilograms. It's 783 kilograms. Okay? But right now I still have a lot of weight I can spend. I still have a good amount of power and a small amount of CPU. So if I were to look at this other afterburner, we see that the weight cost is much lower. It's only 340 power instead of 460 power. But it actually takes more weight. So I will be giving up power for weight when I make this change. So that might be good for me. But maybe I've got a gun that uses a lot of power that I want to use. So I'm going to use the other components that use the least amount of power so that I can use that really big gun. So these are sort of the trade-offs we want the players to be making. This is also going to tie into the crafting system later on when I talk about it, so remember that. Okay? So let's jump all the way out. This is also, by the way, where I'm going to buy a new battle frame. If I wanted to buy a new battle frame, it would go right here. These are all my garage slots here on the left. And earning and buying new garage slots is going to be another one of the things you're going to see in the store, as well as on the tech tree. It's another one of our time versus money trade-offs that we're going to let people make. So this is good for now, and I'm just going to run over. I'll jump back into the tech tree so that you can see somewhere where we're we're going to go with this. So this is a tier 1 tree. If I click up here, it's going to show you sort of the direction that we're going with all of the battle frames, right? So there's the tier 1 Accord assault frame. Down here in tier 2, we've got the Tiger Claw assault frame. This is made by the Omnidyne Corporation, and this one is really about mobility. So if I went down the mobility side of the tier 1 tree, I'm going to end up unlocking the Tiger Claw frame. If I go down the damage side, I'm going to end up in the Aztec Firecat. Okay? And then as you keep going tier after tier, you keep specializing more and more. If you want to be like super speed guy, you're going to end up here. If you want to be super damage guy in tier 3, you're going to end up here. If you really like having that blend, you're going to be there in the middle in the Savannah frame. Okay? And we've got, obviously, we've got these for all the frames, tier 1, tier 2, tier 3. Eventually, we're going to be unlocking all the way down to tier 5. Right now in the beta is tiers 1 and 2. Tier 3 is going to be coming very soon to beta. Tiers 4 and 5 will be over the next couple of months as we build them and make them. And we have a lot of art assets to make over the next couple of months. But also we're going to be able to, in the long run, we're going to be able to make special frames, you know, for players to find and to acquire. And, you know, maybe we make an assault frame that's really good for running flags in CTF, right? It's got really good recharge on its mobility. It's actually not very good, you know, its offense capabilities are very weak, but it's really good at surviving and moving, and makes it a really good flag carrier for CTF. And, you know, so this tier system and this specialty battle frame system really lets us do some fun things in terms of battle frames in the future. So that's a lot of the sort of progression stuff that I wanted to show you. I showed you the replay feature. You guys already know the game, so I don't need to teach you how to do like thumping and resource gathering. You've seen that before. This is the new area here in